Yes guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the channel if you are new around here. Finally guys, the international break is over. Oh man, it's just such a slog when it's international break. I mean, there's still bets you can do, but international football is dodgy, and then during the weekday you've got just loads of random games. So it's a tough period for betting during international break, everyone knows that. But we have managed to get through it guys, so kudos to you. Let's crack on with the weekend. So in this video I'm going through every single Premier League fixture for this weekend. We have 7 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and then a Monday night game as well. In every single prediction I've given you a tip which is at least odds of... I mean the lowest odds we have on here is 1.54, which is still decent. So yeah, everything's in between 1.54 up to around odds of 2. So it's up to you guys what you do with these predictions. You know, the ones you agree with, do some further research on it. Then you can place maybe a single on it because the odds are quite good, or you can double up, make a double, or do an ACCA or a parlay, whatever you want to call it. So it's entirely up to you guys what you want to do with it. Like I say in all my videos, I like to do all my bets in play. That's what I'm best at. I prefer watching the game live so I can see what's going on before placing any bets. But if you can't do that, then, you know, this should help. This should help. And what I'm going to do at the end of this video, once I've gone through all the predictions, I will give you guys my favourite double out of these. And then it's up to you if you want to follow it or not. It's completely up to you. I will place a bet on that double just because I'm doing it for the video and I am quite busy on Saturday, so I'm going to struggle to watch games. So it's very rare that I do a pre-match bet, but I will for this week, and I'll let you guys know what it is at the end of this video. And if you are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I post weekly betting content videos, and I'm going to start bringing out more videos about improving your betting instead of just doing predictions all the time. I've done a couple videos before, just different strategies you can use and things to take note of when betting, staking, etc. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Okay, let's dive in. I'm not going to spend too long in each game. You know, we've got busy lives. So the first game on Saturday is the early kickoff. We have Leicester versus Chelsea. 5 out of the 6 last head-to-heads when these two play have ended with both teams scoring, which is cool. 5 out of 6. Leicester have scored in all of their home games this season. So with this one, I'm going with Leicester to score over 0.5 goals, and the odds are 1.53 for that one. Then we have Fulham versus Wolves. All 5 games at home for Fulham have ended with both teams scoring. Pretty mad. And 5 out of the 6 Wolves away games have ended with both teams scoring. And both head-to-heads last year between these two teams ended both teams scoring. So everything is pointing to both teams to score here. So we're going for that, and the odds are 1.76 for that, which is decent, no? Decent. Next up, we have Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Villa have no wins in 5 games at the moment. Palace, they looked stronger. They looked like they were turning it around, but then they lost 2-0 at home to Fulham, so it kind of like brought them back down. I think the international break was perfect for Villa here. You know, gives them time to have a bit of a rest, group up, then bounce straight back with this game. So I do think Villa win this one, and the odds are 1.66. Then we have Everton versus Brentford. Really hard game to call this one. It is really, I don't know. It's very 50-50. I can't call who's going to win it. I really can't. Everton, you know, they're doing well actually. They haven't lost a game in quite a while. I think it's like 1 loss in about 8 games, something like that. They keep getting draws, but they're doing okay. Brentford, similar. They have a few more losses, but still their form is okay. I don't know. It's very hard to call. Very hard to call. So I'm going a bit different for this one. I'm going for... They offer this on Betfair. Now, on other bookies, I'm sure you can still do it. If there's like a bet builder option, I'm sure you can sort it out. But I'm going with I'm going for 1 corner and 1 shot on target for each team in each half. Okay? So in each half, both teams just need to get at least 1 corner and at least 1 shot on target. And they offer this on Betfair for odds of 1.73. Next up, we have Bournemouth versus Brighton. Both head-to-heads last season ended with over 2.5 goals. Brighton have a good record scoring away from home, and Bournemouth, they tend to concede when they play at home. So, I don't know. I can see goals in this one. So, I'm going with over 2.5 goals, and the odds are 1.62. Next up is Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Arsenal, they haven't been great recently. Like, before the break, they just didn't look that strong. I don't know. They're just not looking their usual self. I know they have a couple players out. That might be why. But they just don't look great. Forest, they were on fire, but then before the break, they lost 3-1 to Newcastle. Chris Woods is on fire, banging them in for them. And they're still yet to lose an away game this season, which is a great record to hold. And on the other hand, Arsenal are yet to lose at home this season. So it should be a good game. One of them, their record's going to go unless it ends in a draw. It might end in a draw. Who knows? Now, Forest to win, their odds are 10. Which is crazy, considering how well they're doing this year. They haven't lost away from home. Chris Woods is on fire. I think odds of 10 is very generous. I mean, I don't predict that they'll win, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. So odds of 10, there's something to keep an eye on in play. You know, if there's a draw, if they're drawing on like the 80th minute, like the odds for Forest to win will be really high with 10 minutes to go. It might be worth just chucking a little bit on. So keep an eye on that one in play. Arsenal have kept just 3 clean sheets in 8 home games this season, and Forest don't have any problems scoring. So I'm going to go with Forest to score at least 1 goal, and the odds of that are 2. Then the evening kickoff on Saturday, we have Man City versus Tottenham. Both teams lost their last game before the break. In fact, City are currently on a losing streak of 4 games. Never thought I'd be saying that. Pretty mad. It feels like the old days for Man City. But, you know, they have had players out. I know that's their argument. They've had players out, but come on. Like, the players coming in, they'll get into, like, most Prem teams. Like, they're not shit players. The players coming in, they are top players still. Like, come on. So, anyway, they're going to have a stronger team this weekend. I think they will bounce back. I think City get the win here, and the odds of that are 1.54. Okay, now on to the Sunday games. We have Southampton versus Liverpool. Southampton, they got their first win the other week against Everton, but then they lost to Wolves after, which is very disappointing. Liverpool still on fire, top of the table. I can only go for a Liverpool win here. The odds for a straight win are very low. It's not worth doing. So I'm going to go for Liverpool -1 handicap in this, and the odds are 1.83. So they've got to win by 2 or more goals. Now we have Ipswich versus Man United. Ipswich got their first win this season, which is brilliant. The last game before the break, they beat Spurs 2-1, and that was at Spurs' place as well. So great win for them. It took them out of the relegation places by 1 point. This is the first match for Ruben Almiron. All eyes are on this match. What's going to happen? Van Nistelrooy, he done well whilst being the caretaker manager. Turned it around for them. So they're coming into this with a bit of form. Now, if Ten Hag was still the manager, I wouldn't be going for this. I'd probably go for an Ipswich double chance, to be fair. But as Man U have seemed to turn it around, they're going to have that new manager boost. All of them are going to want to impress him in his first game. So I'm going with a Man United win, and the odds are 1.68. Now the last game on Monday night, we've got Newcastle against my boys, West Ham. Newcastle have won 3 games in a row now, so they're doing very well. West Ham, we lost 3-0 to Forest, then we got the ball draw against Everton. It's really not looking good for West Ham. I don't know what tactics we're going for. I'm starting to think that this manager is not the one for us. It's just not working out. We've got, on paper, a very good team. I'm sure everyone would agree. We have got some very good individual players, but at the moment there's just no style, there's no tactics, and a loss here and then maybe another loss after this, I think they might have had enough with him. They might get rid of him. So unfortunately, I don't feel positive about this one. I really don't. So I'm going for a Newcastle win, and the odds are 1.54. I hope I'm wrong, but it is what it is. So that's all my predictions. Now, like I said, there's a few in here which I really like the look of, like the where is it? The Fulham versus Wolves prediction, both teams to score. Odds of 1.76. I think that's worth it as a single if you guys fancy that one. All the stats are pointing to it. So maybe wait in play. Make sure both teams are attacking. and then you probably get odds of about 1.9 after the first 5-10 minutes. That might be worth looking at. But in terms of a pre-match double, usually not a fan of them, as you know, but like I explained earlier, I'm quite busy that day, so I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to go for the Aston Villa win, and I'm going to double it up with the Everton and Brentford prediction, which is each team to have at least one corner and one shot on target in each half. So if you combine them two, you get odds of 2.79, which is decent. So it's up to you guys if you want to do that or not. Like I said, it's your money, it's your decision. But that's my favourite double out of the lot. And that's it, guys. Please make sure you smash the like button and let me know in the comments below what you think of these selections. What ones do you think will come in? What ones don't you think will come in? Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.